the old world record was 475,000 kilos. And I thought, well, I think it's possible to double that, and let's go for 1 million. 99.9% of people who I spoke to, and certainly on social media, said that this was never going to be achievable for a man to lift that much weight in a day. My goal was to reach as many children across the world to show them and their families what was actually possible. When I was born in 1987, I was given a 10% chance of living through the first night. I wasn't supposed to reach 30 years of age. My name is Llewellyn-Jones. I'm 31 from Cardiff, and I'm an athlete with cystic fibrosis. Lifting 1 million kilos in under 24 hours. So the target was 700 kilos every minute to reach my target. So it was obviously a huge personal goal of mine, and every year I'm looking to be the best me. So I want to push myself at every opportunity to step it up a level every single year. I had to get used to lifting for 6, 7, 8 hours straight with pretty much no rest. To do that for 10, 11 months, obviously without the right nutrition behind you, you're not gonna be able to improve your strength. So nutrition for me was sort of 6,000 to 7,000 calories a day. I'd have 1 day off in every 10 from training, and started getting these pains. And it was originally in my wrist and my elbow, and then I felt it get worse and worse and worse. And I woke up one morning, went to grab myself a hot drink, and I'd bought the kettle, and I picked the kettle up and I just turned it like that and realised I couldn't even turn the kettle. Instantly panic sort of set in, and I thought, if I can't lift a kettle, how am I going to lift 1 million kilos in 24 hours? Cystic fibrosis affects the lungs and the digestive system, basically by clogging it up with this thick, sticky mucus, which becomes hard to shift off your lungs, therefore closing the airways and damaging your lungs and your small airways as well. So for me, I wasn't supposed to reach 30 years of age. Being 31 now, obviously I've reached that age, and I'm actually in the best condition that I've ever been in my entire life. My challenges every single year get bigger and they get better, and they're more of a challenge. And that makes sure that every single year I'm being the best me. I turned up on the morning of the challenge and said, right, I don't want to get strapped up for the first few hours, and just let's see how the hand sort of deals with it. And the first time I picked the bar up, the buzzer went off, and it was just relief that I didn't have any pain to start off with. And it was just like, okay, so that worked. During the 24-hour period of lifting, I enjoyed 2 to 3 hours. The rest of it was just like no pain that I'd sort of endured before. I dedicated every hour of the challenge to a CF warrior somewhere in the world. And just by my friends holding up those pictures of those kids was enough motivation to see me through that hour to go into the next hour. 16, 17 hours in, I didn't know where I was. I didn't know really who many people were. I didn't recognize people as they came through the door. But I think the reason why I do these challenges, I didn't really have anyone with cystic fibrosis to look up to and to sort of strive to beat. It's not necessarily about people now looking at me and saying, how can I beat you? It's about just, how can you beat yourself? For me, it was that motivation that this is bigger than me, this is showing the world what's possible, so it needs to get done.
Okay, ladies and gents, this is the last bit of exercise Josh needs to do to reach 1 million. Okay, we're gonna go through 4 sets of 10 reps. That's him achieved it. So if you want to come forward to the barriers and cheer on every rep. You got it, mate? Yeah.
Out of the 99.9% of people who I spoke to, and certainly on social media, said that this was never going to be achievable for a man to lift that much weight in a day.
1 set left, guys. 1 set. 10 reps. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
To prove them wrong was just absolutely incredible.
1!
cystic fibrosis very much affects the family and your friends around you as much as the person with cystic fibrosis. I think sport and exercise has helped me keep fit, but it's taken me to a whole new level where, you know, I go after world records and sort of achieve things that have never been done before.
Thank you all so much for coming. It's probably the most painful day of my life. And all the people that said it was impossible, I'm hoping that's shown that you should never listen to someone else's opinion. And 2 million next year, I think. You know, I'm gonna get some rest. Thank you so much.
Come on, in you come. Come on, guys. We're sitting on the floor as well, so we can get a nice, just brilliant.